Hey guys, I want to make this video today about the differences between depression and sadness. Um, there's a lot of people out there, me included sometimes, who will do something or experience something and say that, oh, this is so depressing, or oh, I'm so depressed. But in reality, it's not depressing at all, or you don't have depression. It's not really annoying to me. It's just kind of, I wish people were more aware of using the term. So I'm going to break down what is depression and what is sadness, because I think a lot of people kind of use those terms interchangeably, and it kind of confuses people, and it makes it so that more people use the word depressed when they aren't depressed at all. So basically, depression is what my doctor has basically explained to me is misfiring of chemicals in your head. Not neurotoxins, whatever. Things aren't really firing right, so we're more susceptible to feeling like this. And the symptoms of depression are a lot worse when you're just sad. Lethargy, inability to do basic things, inability to get out of bed. I didn't shower for a long time. I couldn't cook, I couldn't clean, I couldn't do the dishes, I couldn't do laundry. It physically stopped me from doing things. I felt like I was just a vegetable. So that's kind of what depression is. It's a disease, and you have it with you for probably forever. You'll probably always have it. However, through medication and different types of treatment, CBT or different therapies, you can live with it and live a very successful life. But it's not going to go away. It'll always be there, I feel like. So that's why you got to make sure you take your medications, continue seeing a therapist, be proactive and make changes that you need to make. Now, sadness is more of a basic human emotion. So everyone feels sadness throughout their life. If you watch a sad movie and one of your favorite characters dies, you'll cry because you care about them and you feel sad. You're not going to see them anymore. That is perfectly normal. That is a human response to something. Just like happiness, guilt, amusement, anything. Those are all human emotions that everyone feels. Now, not everyone feels like they can't get out of bed and can't even live, or in serious cases wants to not even live. That is not normal. Those aren't normal emotions. So that's a big difference there. The big difference between depression and sadness is that everyone feels sad at some point, or something may trigger it, while everyone isn't depressed. It's a disease. There are things that can trigger depression, but most of the time it's just kind of like what you're born with and what your experiences were growing up. I know that my dad, he hasn't been diagnosed with depression because he's one of those people who hates going to the doctor and stuff like that, who doesn't want to admit that they have depression. But he definitely has depression, just kind of looking back and seeing how he copes. And my mom has a lot of anxiety, so it may be hereditary. Honestly, I think a lot of people don't really understand how much the brain works. So I may link an article down below and do some more research and see what I find. But a lot of people just don't know. Yeah, I have a kind of like an anecdote to kind of talk about depression and sadness. So long story short, a girl broke up with me a long time ago when I was like 20, 21, and I was sad, man. My heart was hurting. Man, I didn't want to do anything. Like how a first breakup is. You feel terrible. I thought I was depressed. I went to go see a therapist, and I know it seems kind of funny now, but man, it was just heartbroken. I was sad, I cried, I just didn't want to do nothing. But I was able to go to class. I was able to do my assignments, study for my quizzes and tests. I still occasionally hung out with friends. I still did things that I enjoyed. I still went to not the mess hall, but I forget what they call it, where everyone eats. I still ate. So I still did all my basic things that I needed to do. While when I am really depressed, I'm not able to do any of that. I won't eat for a day or two. Stuff like that. Like I can't even get out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed. Things like that. So it's a lot more intense with depression. And I feel like with sadness is something that gets better over time. So like in this case, when a girl broke up with me, time can heal sadness, you know. It took a while, you know, obviously, but things got better, and you know, it just took one day at a time, and time heals all wounds, but time does not heal depression. So if you feel like if you feel like you're sad, ask yourself, am I going to feel better over time if I don't do anything? Because depression, if you don't do anything over time, it's just going to get worse. And it doesn't heal over time. In fact, it probably gets worse. Like I mentioned, depression, you're going to need to take some medications. You're going to need to do some therapy. You're going to need to do some other types of treatment to improve yourself. While sadness, for the most part, I think kind of gets better as time goes on. You may feel like you're depressed, but if you're still doing these basic activities, you're probably not depressed. I'm not a doctor or anything. That's just my kind of 2 cents on it. Hope I don't offend anyone or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to get this off my chest and see what you guys think. If there's people in your life who say like, oh, I'm so depressed, or oh, this is so depressing, how do you kind of handle it? I always try to point it out to not like random people, but you know, family and friends. Kind of point it out because you know, it kind of just makes me feel. It's just a weird feeling, you know, when someone says that you're depressed, and I'm like, yeah, right. I was in the mental hospital for being depressed, you know. It's so yeah. Anyway, I just want to make this video for you guys. I haven't made a depression video in a while. My cat is creepingly, is that a word? Creepingly staring at you. But anyway, let me know what you guys think below. Do you guys, if you agree with my do you agree with my differences between depression and sadness? And yeah, just leave a comment, and I like to get a discussion going about this. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.